here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see, the number 8 team in the country, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on a team from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Cardinals will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Marshall's offense will have the football first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs, really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation when you had to throw the football.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Oh, they're after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Marshall will be forced to punt. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. So the Louisville Cardinals offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties, and you're right. Speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Cardinals are in the hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a third and long.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. And it'll be downed right there. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending they'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Marshall got that running game going on the last play. Let's see what they have here. Here comes the option. Oh, better look out. There he goes. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Pringle. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Quick handoff. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Might be changing the route. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Finds his big tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking for a crease to the left. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Herd! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Men, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Vanderbilt opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. This could well be the biggest game we see all regular season, and this outcome promises to be a real talking point.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the Cardinals want to crank the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Running back searching for a hole. Past the first down marker and still running. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. Late hit on the quarter. Gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. He'll pitch it. Oh, he's got some space. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. The Cardinals come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On third down, he drops to throw. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Marshall takes over the ball, the thundering herd offense coming out. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Catch in the middle, it's Skinner. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. They'll run for it. Slithers into space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better. And you've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football.
Turning it on! They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Now on the option. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
It's so hard to force fumbles. You so badly want to get him. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
They'll just try to forget about that disastrous running play on first down, 2nd and long coming up. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. From the gun, the ground game. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. And the Cardinals trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quick completion to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be fourth down. The Cardinals line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the... eight-yard line. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They'll send the back in motion, trying to beat him to the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On the run, it's Pringle.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the fullback. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Thundering Herd faces a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the... Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
Give to the big fullback. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Thundering Herd.
Yeah, no monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19, give him 1. And the Cardinals moving quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting the push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the right. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Marshall comes to the line facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. At the 35. 25, he's got room. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Marshall quick to the line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB. In this one, put some pressure on them. They're already off to a great start.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Marshall! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem.
We've seen this guy do it time and time again throughout his college football career. On critical down and distances, he shows up for his offense. He did right there on 4th and goal.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
The Cardinals in the hurry up. Back to pass on 2nd down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
This quarterback is getting frustrated. You can see it now, right? They've had some possessions, but they only have a field goal to show for it. And he's now starting to take shots. That time, that was not the right look to throw it way down the field here at the end of the first half. But the defense loves this because right now, this quarterback is playing right into their hands.
And the Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football game.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Marshall needs a near miracle on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Marshall will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a fascinating first 2 quarters of football in Louisville. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Second half just about ready to go, and Marshall will kick it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
At the 35, he's open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Whitehead. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Cardinals will hustle to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum.
Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back.
And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. The Cardinals will punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through a tackle. There he goes! And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
That will be enough to move. And give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Thundering Herd was stuck with some tough field position, but now a chance to get a drive going. Finds his target down the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the move. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. Gets the back moving. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, Herd! And the punishment has been extended.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. That's caught. It's Whitehead. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Makes the grab. It's Whitehead. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of 1st downs, now out close to midfield. He'll ride his man on the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Oklahoma is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it behind the line. It's Mason.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The give on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
The Cardinals send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He takes it at the 45. And the returner goes down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Rolls his way ahead. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback on the keeper. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give is to Williams. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Handoff from the gun. And that ball's free behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it, and I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. He'll keep it himself. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
When you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out, the defense does a really good job playing assignment football. Man on a man, I got the quarterback taken care of, you could tell. Had the running back taken care of too, nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Unloads it left. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Clemens. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying. Multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. Motion from the back. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Got the first down and still on his feet. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Marshall! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Corrals it at the 45. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there.
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Run it with the fullback. He breaks the tackle.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. The pitch. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turn. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They'll go to the fullback, and he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. Marshall quick to the line.
1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Herd! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Got the quick completion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
To the air on 2nd down. Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. Now on 1st down from the 28. He leaves it with his back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell they want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
The Cardinals will punt it away on 4th down. Now on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have... I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes a connection. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He's got it. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
1st and goal, Marshall. Okay, ready?
Gonna look downfield again. Into the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. RPO complete to open the drive. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. And the Cardinals in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense getting set for 1st down. Leaves it with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days you.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll toss it. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. And that's good enough for a first down.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. He'll get rid of it. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
At the 34. Good enough for a first down.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll go down, and a bit of an unusual way to bring this game to a close. And this is exactly the start that they'd envisioned. Get out of the gate, go 3-0, start to make your mark on this season.
They just got to keep riding the momentum. This team has looked so good so early this year. Nothing seems to faze them at all. David, very, very confident bunch moving forward.
Dang right, I'm confident in what I see. Good start, good team. You can tell they got something special. I know it's early, and there's a lot of time to come down the road, but so far, this definitely looks like one of the best teams in college football.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.